So the question is, what are you going to do? What are you as an individual going to do if you actually see military people in your streets from other countries, like foreign military on your soil? What are you going to do? Open the shutters, bust the rifle through the window, and start firing? I don't know, man. It's kind of scary. Think about how they have taken our ability to stand together on anything. We can't stand together on one single solitary subject, never mind something that's important. And they throw so much bullshit at us from left and right that we all have to think about and fight over, that the real issues are so far buried. I heard an interesting thing, and geez, it was actually Jordan Maxwell. I was listening to the interview that he had with Jaron just recently, his third one, I think. And he had said the whole premise behind freedom of speech obviously is not because you give a damn about the well-being of the people that you're giving the freedom of speech to. It's because you want them to feel comfortable enough to talk about the things that are on their mind. Think about it. If you take away the freedom of speech, then people are going to sneak around and talk about you anyways. And you're not going to know exactly what they're saying or how much they know. That's the key. You don't know how much they know. So by giving us the freedom of speech and then giving us what I'm holding right here in my hand, this piece of crap phone, they're able to monitor exactly who you are, what you know, and what type of a threat you are to them. They also can evaluate whether they can recruit you to the team, or you're someone like myself who is 40 years old and I'm long past any reprogramming. That I can guarantee. And what do you do with those guys? I mean, I think we know the answer to that. Man, what can I say? I hope we're not there. But damned if it doesn't look like we're there. At least to those of us that are awake. What we see is we see this machine just coming that's going to roll right over us. And the scariest thing is, like right now, I'm with family. And it's like, really? What's going on in my head right now? I should be telling everybody. I mean, these guys are going back to where they live. They live 100 miles away from me. I should be telling everybody, go on your way home, get as much water and food as you can, because you might be without power and all that. It's just going to look like the insane rantings of a conspiracy theorist. Sad enough. Even if I try to bring up this drill that they're talking about, I just watch the eyes glaze over. It's like, Matt's talking crazy again. So, Mom, I was thinking, it's like, what do you do?
What do I do?
What do we do?
What do you mean? Shit.
Like, what if all of a sudden it was like,
this is cold.
They talked about shutting down the government next week. I don't know if you've heard that.
Yeah, I did hear, and
Well, they're doing these major drills in New York City where they're going to simulate. Get this.
you told me
Yeah,
that.
you heard about that, right? They're going to simulate this.
Well, I heard it from you.
This EMP bomb that they're going to simulate. So I just wonder if they were to cut the power and be like, oh, somebody cut the power, and create this chaos. Like, what would we do? Like, I was just telling the video right now that I don't think that, obviously, I'm pretty damn sure something's going to happen, because that's kind of what they do. Like, they will do these, drills, but then they'll do things, real events right next to them. And, what do? I can't go upstairs and tell everybody to make sure they go buy some water and buy water because we might be without power. And they'd be like, why? And I tell them, they'd be like, oh, well, you're just talking crazy again. You're just talking about that conspiracy shit. I didn't hear it on the news.
Yeah.
you know, and that's so scary because in a way,
It is.
what I was telling the camera right now is that I'm the one who should be right now at the top of my lungs, like, go get fucking clean water and food. Like, I should be doing that right now to my family, and I'm not, because the dynamic of what they've done is they have made somebody like myself into a crazy person. Literally, that's the fucking label I get. I mean, obviously I take that on in some ways if I'm going to tell you that I think the world's flat. That's pretty extreme. But talking about other things, talking about things that are right in front of your face, things that are happening, things that I see and others see happening, but I can't go shout from the rooftops about it. I can't warn anybody because nobody's going to believe me anyways. That's the scariest thing. So what do we do, Mom? We have to just like love the time that we have right now, because we never know. You know what I mean? I think about like upstairs right now. There's a small child up there, like 18 months or more. Oh yeah, that's it. You know what I mean? It's like, what do you do if all of a sudden you're in a warlike situation because they shut down the government? Okay, because the people that run the world are not Americans. Some of them are Americans, but they're an international clique. An international clique. They don't give a damn about America or Europe or wherever. Chances are they have somewhere on the flat Earth that's not even mapped. That was never mapped. They probably have a whole plot of land that they can go to that was never put on the maps for a reason, because hey, here's your official map of what the land is. Right. That's why people talk about finding lost islands and things like that. That shit's real. Those people have a place to go. And not only that, what I'm hearing, and I live on Nantucket, where Nantucket is part of the top echelon people are actually here. They own properties here. There's billion-dollar properties, billion-dollar people here, million-dollar properties. And somebody I know just said that a lot of people who own those apartments that are underground, like those bug out facilities, people are going there right now. They're all going there because
here,
just in the country.
Yeah.
People that are rich who own those things are going underground. It would seem. Obviously, right. I haven't seen anybody go pack up their shit. But that's the whole thing, though. That's the whole thing. You don't know what's really going on. You get on the web and you see things where it's like they say they're doing a drill, and we can look up. There's a real site that you can go to. It's a government website that tells you they're doing a drill, and it's called Operation Gotham Shield. Gotham City, like Batman. There's a whole thing with that. Gotham is actually the place where they put the goats. That's what the word actually means. Like a barn you store the goats, if that means anything to anybody. Gotham City. I don't know. Goats, but it definitely would appear that something is going to happen within the next week or so when they do these supposed drills. And people are going to be without power. I mean, who knows? They could shut off all the power to the East Coast. I mean, we've seen what happens when the power went out with Hurricane Katrina. That was one city. We've seen what happens. If there is no power on the East Coast, there will immediately be a military operation here within our own place. It would be them against us. But what if that's all on purpose? What if they want to do something like that? Shut down the government, destabilize the country, and allow Russia or China, whoever we owe the actual debt to come rolling through here and collect it. Anyways, I hope not. But keep your eyes open. Maybe go buy some food or water. Peace.
Sounds like good advice.